Hello, this is seppo13, the Finnish team against Germans, and the Germans have a team called the Germans. What an awesome nick indeed! And I this time casted it while watching it, so I actually knew what I was talking about more. I wasn't just checking the screen and trying to go through whatever I was thinking at the time when I was recording it, but this came a bit dry as well. You'll have to uh, excuse me for that, but I got stuck because of the snowstorm, and now I'm just able to do this uh, voicing. Otherwise, you would hear shitloads of background noises, which are really disturbing. I tested it a few times, tried to record it in an environment where other people use their audios or whatever. It's all on the tape and it's really annoying. So I have to do all of these alone or in a closed environment, and that's what I'm doing right now. I hope you had a nice Christmas. I certainly did. I had my Christmas miracle. I am not going to share it though. And good luck to you on the upcoming new year. I don't know how much casting I can do till then, but I'll actually try to do my best. And I'm just gonna say this as well. If you're not really enjoying this, or you think I'm too boring, um, well, there's not much I can do. I could just start flaming again, but I enjoy these things a bit more when I actually have the chance to talk about some interesting stuff that I'm actually thinking about doing this casting on replays, which I don't actually finish. I would just watch the first, well, up to 15 minutes or so to see how the game goes and to talk about the lanes, because later on even Toby1 pointed it out, and on the SMM, well, in general even, uh, they often have a gap in the game about 10 to 20 minutes where everyone just tries to farm, during which I'm pretty bored and I don't really have that much to talk about. I'm not a pro caster, so I don't really have experiences with this, and I haven't really learned any of my moves from anyone else. I'm just doing my own thing, so it takes time to adjust. But yeah, it's always nice when your job is appreciated even a little bit. And I think this videos share some light to the inside of Dota. Maybe something interesting you haven't actually thought about or haven't noticed. Of course, my own Dota strategy skills are pretty low, but I improve myself as well by doing stuff like this, because the greatest form of learning is actually teaching. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do here. So this is seppo13 against Unique guys and Wicked guy and Infinity guy and Kev. Yeah, they are called the Germans now. Yeah, it's an awesome phrase I actually use a lot. Just like it, the Germans. Yeah, and seppo13 of course is a Finnish team. They named their team after uh, a new fag, I'd say. Some Finnish dude who actually plays Dota. Maybe has some ego problems. I don't know. I haven't played with him. Maybe a few times. Doesn't matter. So, picks and pans. Of course, we see the Bat Rider, Alchemist, of course, being taken out, and Pugna. Well, the obvious picks here right now are Windrunner and Doom, perhaps even, that are left in. He might go for the Shaker or the Witch Doctor, depends on what they want. Broadspan, they don't want to get pushed, I guess. Also an awesome hero. And the Visage is really good against, well, if they have a strong tree line. The Visage is really good on a strong tree line. And as I thought, Skev took up the Windrunner first pick, and they actually got the Shaker as well. Seppo went for ranged supporters, Witch Doctor and Maiden. Witch Doctor, Maiden, both of course really good. And now the Husker comes, which I will follow, I think, or probably not. Don't yet. And now the second bands. I think Seppo left their options open. They can even solo the Husker, but probably I'd say they're tree laning it. Now they need to have some solos. And of course, taking out the Necrolite, of course, a really good hero against Husker because of the combination from ultimates not being beneficial to the Husker though. Doom being taken out, well, obviously they don't want them to have that solo, and neither do they want seppo13 to have a puck. Pretty understandable, I think. Well, it's not like it's not like they can ban every single solo hero there is. Yes, with the Shaker on the opponent's side, they will take out the Morphling. Of course, Morphling Shaker, very common, plus the Maiden, but Maiden was picked up by seppo13. Shout out to seppo13 and the Duxers. And yeah, they're just trolling the Duxers because the Duxer himself is a just a great example of a Fin troll who plays too much pub. seppo13 going for awesome picks. I like it. By the way, this is Division 1. They only played one game, I think. And this was the replay I found. From Gosu Gamers. Invoker being picked up, that's something interesting as well, of course. And Kev actually picking up a TC. I know an awesome tree lane with TC. The hero itself doesn't really have a spotlight, or hasn't had any, because he was nerfed so hard. But I still see that hero as a valid pick in some situations. It still has an awesome nuke on level 1, 120 damage, 1000 range, and doesn't take much mana. And that's on level 1. Plus the Venomancer, they're gonna tree lane it somehow. I don't see any other way. So I'm gonna watch seppo11. As if I tried to do a shoutcast, no, I agreed. I'd say they're voiceovers. When I tried to have a voiceover of the whole map, it went to hell pretty much because nothing was happening all the time, and there were often situations where I didn't know what to talk about, as too many things were going on simultaneously. Didn't really give me an opening. I don't even know who these are. Matkatavara, I just don't really remember who are playing for them. I can come up with a lot of names, but I think the names I'm coming up with are in other teams. There are a few Fintroll teams, and they are doing really good. Shout out to my friend Gih. Okay, double lane top and actually double lane bot as well right now. This is something interesting. Of course, the Finnish trolls, they like to play the centaur as a solo or on a 3 lane, doesn't matter, they just like to play it. The style these Finn guys play is really weird. On the other hand, it works. It's like strong. They don't go for bullshit or just buffing heroes. They're going for uh, insane damage, insane abilities, and just everything. I mean, look at the centaur. How much stronger, starker can you get than that? Plus the Husker and the Vengeful, maybe. Maiden. Why did I confuse those two heroes? I have no idea why. I'm messing up the sounds again, god damn it. This is beginning to repeat. Sorry about this. Just have to adjust. Yeah, should be a bit better now. I hope. Yeah, well, nothing happening much. See, these guys have 2 melees on a 3 against 2 lane. So they are wasting 3 heroes to play against the double lane. And they are failing at it horribly. Because with the DC and the Shaker, they have 2 melee heroes on the lane. Plus a Venomancer with pretty low range. And the Witch Doctor is really brilliant for defense kind of style. Because, well, of course the bouncing stun, which can do a lot. A lot. They're trying to do something here and failing at it. Maiden's being really aggressive because he can, and he knows he can, although he's getting damaged himself. Almost killed. Indeed, almost killed is the right phrase for that. Actually getting killed himself. Or not. Well, they got the kill, I guess. That's a problem with Huskar. You can go too aggressive early on. It usually works, but you often die yourself. It's so hard to get around. I don't know why. It's hard. This lane is going so boringly. Centaur should be able to farm a lot more. I mean, he has so many regen items. Plus the stout shield, he should be able to get some creep kills. On the other hand, those 3 heroes are trying to be really aggressive as they have the edge right now. They are 3 against 2. As time passes, these 2 heroes will level up more than these 3 heroes. So overall, at some point, the 2 of them will be greater. And trying to save that Witch Doctor right now. Of course, the Centaur stun pretty good for that. He isn't ranged, has a good AoE though. Nevermore trying to be aggressive. Of course, he can do that because he has shitloads of nukes he can use. Why does he get the magic wand? Don't know yet. Invoker has these exhort balls, which means he will be instant, not balls. He will be able. Oh, gonna get a kill. Gonna get the kill. He will be able to use that nuke all over the map. Are they gonna get that kill? Probably not. They took the rune though, which means mid lane should be pretty easy for the Invoker. Doing a lot of damage to the Shurafen as well. Top lane here, we can see them trying to go in, trying to survive as well. Yeah, I can see the brilliance in having a shaker plus a Doran shift, and I can see the drawbacks as well, which are pretty easily noticeable. Ah, so close. Almost. But not good enough. They're ahead 2-1 right now because of the kill on Venomancer. The bot lane was 1-1. Maiden got the experience, so that's not so good. Windrunner is one of those heroes, probably the only hero that can farm from a very long distance without actually needing his whole mana pool, wasting it. With some regeneration, he will be able to spam that power shot, get some creep kills up. With I don't know what was it. Probably probably something around. Well, let's say. 1800 range. Oh, nice stun there, almost missing it. Doing a lot of damage, but still dying. I shouldn't have stolen that kill. But, well, there's nothing else you could do there. And Venomancer knew it, and that's why he tried to go after the Witch Doctor. They were actually able to gank the meat. Should offend, that's what's something really useful. Often mid lane heroes aren't ganked enough and they get fat and they just carry the shit out of the game. Really annoying. Not Dimba, just annoying. If you have a nice game and everything's going smooth and you're winning the tree lane, and then suddenly a Shadowfen with Blink Dagger and BKB pops out, uses his ultimate, kills you all, and they get a tower or two and your game is pretty much over. I should have sounded more optimistic with that. Your game is not over, you will just have shitloads of difficulties. Something's gonna happen. The Witch Doctor's there. Witch Doctor should have gone through the lane, I think. Yeah, Centaur has level 6 and he's able to deal a huge amount of damage pretty instantly. Maiden going in there. They should have battled them on. They could have actually gained something there. Well, they will get that kill as well, but they could have taken the DC, I think, if these guys had gone in when the Maiden was coming in through the lane. Nice TP by them, nice battling there. TPs only work if you're able to survive and prolong the battle to provide enough time for your hero teammates to TP there, get there to the battle and actually use the nukes. That'd be useful. Right now, DC being bullied. Not much he can do about that. Nicely placed. Up, yeah, they're dead. That's what I mean. I mean, the Shadowfen can just go and nuke the shit out of them. They won't even realize it after they're dead. This ward is really useful for, well, a tree lane. Witch Doctor can be walled right now. He has the stun to help him. He has the stick with 10 charges. Plus, they don't have a long range disable, which means he can just farm there. Get some creep kills, get some levels. He will need them. Would like to see how the Huskar's working out. Of course, they are scaling up the damage output plus the attack speed. And getting the first item trades, of course, really useful, and I think that's the best build for him. Of course, there have been some other builds, such as he hasn't even skilled his healer. There's some other builds. Whoa, gank gone bad. Really nicely done there. He was able to get out, still dying. Got out of the stun rage, got the ultimate in, which means he will be able to take the kill. But, as I've said before, often the Husker just doesn't deliver. He can deal a huge amount of damage, he can burn the target, but the damage comes over time, and in 2 seconds you can't do much other than just hit. And often that isn't good enough. There, not so good, not so good, not so good. No, Witch Doctor died. Poor Witch Doctor. Will he get away? Trades against Boots. And should have took the wrong road. Doesn't really care about it anymore. Often something you can do is just let the hero chasing go away, then you will get some imbashit farm. Whenever he comes back you will be able to kill him sooner or later. So they're going for the Forged Spirits, which should be dealing a lot of damage. They're actually able to kill someone bot lane now. Maiden's really useful. Of course he took the Frostbite plus the slow Frostbite level 3. That's nice. And they were able to take another kill. Centaur early on has 2 imbashit nukes. Later on he will have a insane amount of HP, which will give him regeneration as well. But because he doesn't get HP per se, he gets strength, which gives him health, damage as well, of course. He will be able to tank a lot. Witch Doctor, as they have the ward here, he will be able to stay there. Try to get some gank off. This guy knows he doesn't want to get killed. Actually choosing to level up the armor decreasing skill. I don't know whether that would have been my choice, but they're gonna miss that kill. Oh, dealing some damage. Yep, that guy's dead. Level 8 Witch Doctor, of course, can deal a lot of damage with his stun and Maledict. Well, the stun doesn't deal that much damage, but it's still useful. I don't understand why didn't he see that Shaker was an illusion. It was so bad. It's another illusion. Evoker actually picking up Blink Dagger, that's something I haven't seen before. So that I'd be interested to see how that works out. Well, I can understand why they took the armor decreasing from TC. They took the natural order because Shadow Fend also decreases armor, so combination of that. Those two, yeah, Papers will die because they have no armor anyway. Shaker actually picking up Soul Ring. Usually people go for Arcane Boots as fast as possible nowadays. Because Soul Ring hasn't died away yet. Although I would still get Arcane Boots on top of having a insane amount of mana regeneration. Well, overall it's just a mana regeneration item, but on top of that he actually has an increased mana pool as well. Something you must not forget. Something that actually makes the item that expensive. Dread's being picked up before the Vanguard. Of course he will need the movement speed. Windrunner going for the old school face boots type. Nowadays Mecha and Shreds by the Asians. Pretty common. Grandmaster doesn't have much. Trying to counter ward, which he will do. Yep. Poor little maiden, working his ass off. Up! Nicely stunned by... And nicely killed as well. Up! Almost. Oh my god, that was so horrible. He could have ran towards the Witch Doctor, I think. and he wouldn't have been killed. He shouldn't do that. That's a really bad idea. They were not so far away, which Dr. Stun couldn't have stunned them too much because there were creeps there anyway. Should not have done that. Should not have done that. Because of a good battle, they will be able to push the tower, of course. Bot lane will be able to deal some damage as well, as every other hero is away. Some other lane. It's like he has a free sacred relic in his pocket. Whenever he's low, though. Has some drawbacks as well. This guy's trying to farm. The Seppo team isn't. They aren't roaming with the carries. They are pretty static with those, but they are using the maiden to roam around and bring some chaos to this game. I mean, the Germans actually want this to be however they want it to be. They want to take it in their pace and based on their heroes. They could take it to end game. On the other hand, mid game should be their key. Based on the heroes, everyone has a nuke or two, ultimates, combinations, crap like that. So they're not really trying to farm it up. They could though. Seppo, on the other hand, is trying to have strong lanes and win every lane as much as possible. And they're gonna get the kill, even though they can't hit him. He will be stunned too much. Damage is dealt, so he will die. Nicely done there. With the Witch Doctor ganking. I would have actually thought that the Witch Doctor would roam a bit more. But this is working out a lot better than I expected. Of course, Witch Doctor with his levels, he has always also been used sometimes as a solo at the top place. So, but if he has his levels up really fast, he has the Maledict plus the stun, he will be a huge force in the battles. I don't know why, but people tend to use him as a support nowadays. And the Germans are picking up their second tower. Someone getting ganked by Maiden. Nicely done by Matkattavara. 225. Not that many assists. I would have thought he would have more. He's roaming around the map, trying to defend and trying to gank. On top of that, he has two wards. Well, help being given by Vol'jin in that region. Of course, the Centaur will farm. Not so far away from his dagger, of course. This is a paper. This is pretty much a paper if he doesn't get to vet. This is kind of a paper. Yeah, paper. And this can be a paper without decent levels. Whoa, I missed a huge battle there, I guess. Yes, it is. Aww. Yeah, as I was saying, those guys are papers, which means Centaur will be able to deal a lot to them. Have a huge damage output, gank. Take out the hero almost instantly or something like that. We're actually going for a Vanguard. Pretty understandable. He needs tank items. Otherwise he will die every single time there's battle. Should be ganking already. They should be trying to get the tower or two. They got the mid tower. They should focus on either bot or top lane right now. As they're trying to give Centaur as much freedom as possible, they will push bot lane. Even being there can be a huge force against the team. going in, doing some damage. Shaker will be farming from the Sentinel because Europeans think he needs the dagger and Asians kind of agree, but not always. You can still use the hero without the dagger. They still tend to farm with it. To have some neat game farm. Like some creep waves sometimes he still will be the guy battling, so as you can see he came here, he took as much time as was possible for him to take to farm, and now yeah, but that guy will almost die. Not quite. He will die, he's stupid. They were trying to give Centaur as much freedom as possible, but now that freedom's gone out. He has to tackle. He has to be in the battles as they need him. Shaker farmed as much as possible for him to farm mid lane, and then he beat. That's usually what carries do, but for some waves and for some time he needs to be in the carry position and trying to get his dagger. That's how they want to roll the game with the Shaker. I wouldn't agree. I mean, the Shaker can still be really insanely useful without the dagger, as I've said before. This guy still doesn't have a Vanguard. It has threads though. Vol'jin has full build. Magic Wand, Treads, and Turn. All you need. Plus a scroll, of course. Always have a scroll. He has a scroll. He will buy a scroll. This guy has a scroll. And this guy has a scroll. And there's a reason for that as well. Don't forget. Dealing some beam damage. 4 spirits with the maxed out sword. Pretty much they ranged Infernal, which you can summon a lot. Obviously very useful. Gonna try to TP, too late. Yeah, that's something you might forget at times if the guy is too beefy. If you use your disables ASAP, he will be able to TP out. Oh, I actually didn't know that. He's going really bold. This is really bold of him to go top like this. But they are taking the tower from 2 sides.
Our forces are under attack.
He doesn't want to go there. Not quite. He doesn't want to go back either. Should go from around. He's not that beefy yet. 2.2k HP, of course, is something. And now the TP to bot lane will come. Whoa, actually getting stunned there. Maiden in the support. We'll be able to do some stuff. Hit him! Of course, got the kill. Top tower was denied. I think Forge Spirits have had something to do with that. They won't be able to push on, even though he has a level 2 vitality. Should be level 3 now. Dealt some damage to the tower, always a good thing for you. I mean, if that tower gets denied, not so good, but right now, of course, a good thing. Were they able to actually nuke him down or something? Yeah. Didn't see that. Probably not so important either. Nice work by them with the blinking invoker, I must say. I think blinking invoker has something to do with those forged spirits, as that's his main skill right now. The Wasp build was used a lot for a while. Well, every build you go on invoker works, as long as you make it work. It doesn't even matter what you go for. Exhort build used to be really used with the summons plus the Chaos Meteorite doing a huge amount of damage. Then some people thought Vex was really awesome with the EMP, draining golden mana. They're all still like, really insane. or even buffed, I think. Nerfed and buffed, yeah, whatever. And
Forces are under attack.
well, you can see what's happening in the battle. I don't need to comment on that. Got another kill there with the witch doctor, doing awesome job. And now Asians have used Invoker as a 3-lane harasser because he has Quas, which means he can nuke, not nuke, just harass the opponent heroes while getting damaged by the creeps, because he will regenerate a lot, and if they go or damage the Invoker, his regeneration will just be imbashit and he will regen the HP. Because, well, level 1 Quas gives you 1 HP per second per instance, which means 3 HP per second on level 1. If you get level 3, that will be 6 HP per second. You can obviously see the charm in that. Trying to go for the ocean. Of course, these guys can also tank a lot if you max the skills necessary for the Forge Spirits, which are Quas and Exhort. Quas giving him the HP and armor, I think. Well, whatever tank kind of thing is there, I think. Actually, duration, attacks, range, and mana. Mana they need for the skill which they have, which decreases armor. They only need 2 heroes to take it down. Awesome job there. And the Exhort gives them damage and armor and life, actually. Weird. I thought it was the other way around. Could have been changed. They have done some crap. This guy still doesn't have a Vanguard. He's dying way too much. But of course, Plague Ward is something you have to use to have a lot of vision. Venomancer was picked during ESWC, I think. I remember it from that, or I don't know, some Asian kind of tournament where they used a lot of Venomancer picks against the Shaker, because if the Shaker's in the shadows trying to use a stun from the bushes, for example, if there's a Venomancer ward there, he won't be able to blink for one, and he won't be able to stay there for a long time as well. He will get damaged, and well, he's busted, so his stun will, it will be harder to have a beneficial stun from a position you're seen from, so something you have to consider. Actually doing a nice job with this nuke. Too bad it doesn't really deal much damage. They're going tank style with the Centaur, of course, and they're going tank style with the Sacred Warrior. They're going for a BKB with the Witch Doctor, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. On the other hand, they could go for a Aghanim's. Well, they would have had the booster first. Invoker actually using his money he gained from massive farming to buy a Gwynsaw, also useful. On the other hand, none of them actually have a boots of travel. Something you would consider having. I think Geistfrog's probably going to buff the boots of travel somehow, because right now no one's actually buying them, because treads are so awesome. On the other hand, he might nerf the treads, thus buffing the boots of travel. Trying to get away, na 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 na. I have the Hyperstone, na 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 na. Stun, yeah. Has to fall back because he can't blink. And his team isn't there. Will they be? Yes, the stun will come, ultimate will come, a huge amount of damage will be Oh, nicely done with the sacred relic. I thought they were a bit behind with farm, because they didn't actually have a lot of items, but 30 minutes, this guy has a Vanguard, Treads, and Relic. I think I'd be really happy with that. This guy has Vanguard, Blink, Treads, Hood, and Hyperstone. Almost full build, if you consider every item he has with the 2k value a valid item. Hello, Plague Wards aren't that much feeding. Ward is... I mean, the vision the ward gives is pretty beneficial, obviously. Actually really bold of him to actually stay there and trying to tank and actually damage the tower. Why am I saying actually that often? It's actually annoying me as well. Ah! Please don't do that. 12:28, obviously the Germans are getting owned by the Finn trolls. Getting pinned in the trolls. In the face. Nicely done there. Too bad none of them are actually there. This might be a really bad battle for them. On the other hand, you can maledict through a BKB. Nice ultimate kind of. Lotars didn't really see that coming. And will he get the kill? Probably not. He got some kill, but not that kill. Might try to have it with Sunstrike. Big back though. Yeah, it wasn't such a good battle. 1 kill for 4 kills. Well, they got the tower. Of course, something they were aiming for. On the other hand, the battle went a bit too fast. They shouldn't have blinked in with the centaur. If they did, they should have had more heroes backing him up faster than they actually were there. Pretty fast, but still a bit faster. Otherwise, it was a kind of weird battle. I think he had a nice opening there. He wanted to use it. Mid tower being pressured. Will he should have stunned there. They might be able to kill this guy right now. Actually has the radiance. Not an awesome item for Uskar. I can understand the brilliance, of course. Doing a lot of damage over time. With the burning arrows, spears, of course. Well, plus during his ultimate, no one can run away from it. Plus damage, of course. No, going away. Scotty, oh my god, how does this? 230 creep kills in 33 minutes. Holy shit. I mean... insane. That's with the invoker, that's about almost 7 creep kills per minute. And 7 creep kills per minute is pretty insane. I mean, the top creep kills that I've seen are 12 or 11, kind of 12ish, somewhere nearing 12. These are really rare. If you're a carry, even 4 creep kills per minute can be enough. 5 would be better. Getting 6 is hard, and this guy actually almost has 7. You can see how imba these Finn trolls actually are, and I think they're a bit underrated. These guys actually went to Hon, and then they came back and started playing Dota again. They're owning. So yeah, cheers to them and good job on that. I mean, these guys they have actually beaten some important teams as well with their lineup. Um, I don't know what they're trying to do here. Not really working, I think. Whatever it is they're trying to do, didn't have a lot of vision. They should need some more. Roshan's not up yet. Dota is a fun game. Yeah, I think they're bored with farming. Go push if think actually big league they don't allow all chat that much. These guys don't really care. These guys have weird conversations. Sentinel trying to come from the back, trying to actually get some farm, get something off. Okay, Roshan's up. They might have been waiting for that, and they're gonna get it. Most definitely, I'd say.
Our forces are under attack.
Going there, being chased, and obviously the Sentinel knows they want to get the Roshan, so they're pressuring me to have the invisible map control line a bit further to their side, so they will be able to do something in the forest, in the Roshan area, in this little hole. You don't want to get counter ganked. This is pretty much turtling right now. Neither of the teams can do anything because they need to get something off. They need to. The Scorch needs the Fin Trolls. They just need some kind of bait. They need the entry kill or whatever. Sentinel needs a team battle. They need the heroes to be in one single spot. Shaker comes with an ultimate. BKB blinked in. Shudafend uses his ultimate. On top of that, they have the DC stunning or using his ultimate as well. Venomancer there, and Windrunner being the sidekick for that. So that's what they want to have. Scorch can't handle that. They just can't. BKB soon and the Sacred Warrior will help them take care of such a battle, but still they can't handle it. These wars are really annoying because they don't give much money. Seriously, how can you not do anything right now? And this lane is a huge pain in the ass. These guys can go here, push this lane, come back. These guys would have to come from here, go here, and then go back all the way. Obviously you can use TP scrolls, which they don't all have anymore. None of them actually have. Ah, Witch Doctor has one, no problem. Plus Invoker has one. Now they're trading the Roshan for the tower. Of course an option. Nothing better they can do. Oh, you're supposed to take the Roshan down, get the Aegis, and then get away. Oh, come on. Why so fail? Flags on the ground. I think that's called bait. This guy could have tanked it, I think. He could have survived, been in the battle, could have taken the Aegis as well. He was ready for it, so why not? Oh my god. Invoker and Husker actually very well thought out plan. It's really good if you have a insanely well thought out plan when you go to the picks, and in including a well thought out heroes that work together nicely. You should be able to counter or actually play the lineup according to the playstyle the opponents have. These guys have some kind of a mid game kind of battle-ish
Our
thing.
brethren's town is under attack.
Whoa, actually using that. Of course, he's level 23. His nukes will get to max level soon, if they aren't already. He has a huge amount of stats there.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Which Doctor defending gets level 16 as well. Of course, his ultimate will be stronger and stronger with each level he gets to 6 or 11 or 16. I'm just pointing the obvious out, no problem. There is no BKB limit. They should know that. That's a problem some people have pointed out with the top teams and Dota. The top teams don't really care about the rules. They just want to go there, play their game, and be done with it. Not read some rules, be there on time, and obey every rule, every single league or whoa, that's nice. Every single tournament or whatever has, they have different rules. They don't want to read them. That's why they say that the Dota scene is really unprofessional. I'd say that the Asians might be a bit more professional, but that's understandable because they actually get paid for it. And kind of gaming culture is in their blood. So it's in the society. They have what it takes to be able to become pros. Europeans aren't getting paid for it, so people can go inactive whenever they want and change teams whenever they want. They just don't give a shit because there's nothing disabling them from doing so. 5 creep kills on the sharp end. Has a huge amount of damage and can do a lot, but still doesn't do anything. Why did I go into total politics? No idea. Well, I'm not alone anymore, but through the CS stats, insane amount of farm on either of the teams. Sentinel has died too many times. 6 deaths, 8 deaths, 8 deaths, 9 deaths. Is too much. But they have a huge amount of creep kills on top of that. 220, 160 and 106. Scourge on the other hand, obviously ahead with farm a lot. They have pretty much 3 heroes with more than 200 creep kills, if you count neutral creep kills for the Centaur. So obviously they are ahead with this farm, and well, it's because they were able to push the opponent's towers pretty fast, and they took the map control, they started ganking, etc, etc. They just took the game, and they're still leading. And On top of that, they have a invoker with attacker and the Scotty as well, 2.7k HP. Because if you max squash now, you will receive stats boost. 2.7k HP on the Husker as well. They will be able to do something now, at least. Well, probably. BKB Witch Doctor. Centaur getting ready to blink in. He has the armor for it. God getting ready to be in the front because he can tank everything. He needs to be in close range. This guy, Maiden, trying to survive everything. Witch Doctor trying to do a lot. Husker just in it for the lulz. Yep, and there's to go in on top of an illusion. Pretty pathetic. Oh, it's an illusion. Good blink though. Ward there? Maybe they should have placed the ward on top of the hill there or there. It will also mean the Maiden would have to bait. I'd say that's just plain simple overwarding. They have ward there and there, so why? So they're focusing on top right now. Bot lane will get pushed. That's why you would like to have boots of travel. You could TP back or something. Nah. Should have been taking the safe way and the blinking back. They're just trying to farm as much as possible right now. They are ahead with kills, so the Vintrolls trying to catch up. With pushing, I mean, they're trying to do some pushing which they could have done earlier. Now it's just not gonna work. Dead. As an Aegis, others are coming. They will be able to do something at least. Maybe kill someone? BKB. Well. Come on! 40 HP. And Husker delivers completely. Will he? No, the other way. But he'll get the tower. Wasn't such a bad battle. He was able to buy out. Lost the Aegis, so lost his life as well. Was able to buy out, and because of that, actually a pretty good battle for them. For Sentinel, they lost their access. Ooh, nicely placed. That's why he has a dagger, I guess. Ah, stunned. It's just an awesome knockback. What are you doing? Don't be stupid. And that means Midraxes. So yeah, that's it. And I wish you enjoyed it. Some more battling going around. Even though they lost their access. Oh, nicely placed. But not good enough. Still dying. Buying out and dying, buying out and dying. This guy will die now. Stomping. That's it.